Hello everyone, you have reached my corner of YouTube. This is a Flosstube channel, which means it's a channel I talk about my cross stitching and my journey to stitch all the things. Today is Monday, October 27th. This is Flosstube number 38. My name is Katie. If you are new here, I look forward to getting to know you. Please let me know in the comments or reach out to me and let me know why you're here, how you found me. That's always interesting to hear. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I always get hung up in the thank you because I really want you to know genuinely how much I appreciate you watching me out of all the channels out there. And I know there's a lot because I'm way behind. I think I have 47 videos on my watch list. But I love each one, and I love taking the time that you deserve to watch your wonderful channels, so I'll watch as soon as I can. The TV shows are back, and it's Halloween, so scary movies. I had to take a break last week and watch some scary movies. But I will watch as soon as I can. Oh wow, we live in Indiana, and it's beautiful, it's cool, I love it. This is definitely my time of year. It's we've even have the heat on, and it's just wonderful. It's so nice to wrap up in warm blankets and wake up with a little bit of chill. I have 5 whips, 5 whips, no starts, no finishes. So that seems like it'll be short. But I have some haul. I have an amazing gift to share first. And then I figured I'd show you some Halloween finishes I've done before, and hopefully you enjoy that. So also I want to thank the people that I've been having conversations with. It's been wonderful. There's a new lady, her name's Jan, and we've been talking, and I love that so much. It's so wonderful to talk to some individuals, and I really appreciate that a lot. So anyway, first things first, I've got to share this beautiful gift that I was lucky enough to receive. If you have a Flosstube channel, you probably get wonderful comments from Stitching with Lou. Her name is Lisa. I reached out to her, I think it was in March. Something about her comments just made me know that I needed to be friends with her. And boy, I'm so glad I did. We have a great friendship. And then she sent me something, and I couldn't even believe it. I had tears in my eyes. So let me share with you. She sent me a wonderful note, and I loved reading it. Jeremiah even said, wow, a hand wrote. Oh, nice. I know that doesn't happen very often. She had received this beautiful Christmas kit on a D-Stash group, but she already had it. So I said, oh, I would gladly take it. It's so beautiful. I love cardinals. And I told her I'd pay her for it. She said, no, thank you. So she sent me that kit. And she has this too. So I think she said in December we're going to stitch along together, which will be so much fun. And I knew I was getting this, but she tricked me and sent me some other wonderful stuff too. She sent me this really cute thread holder that's a butterfly. And that is so nice. And I'm thinking about using the Christmas kit on it. The holes are numbered, so I'll just write on the, on the floss list, which when I put where. Then there's a really neat, like a paper clip that you can use with a magnet. I thought that was so cool. Then she sent me Erin Elizabeth Believe, and I love this chart. I can't wait to get started on it too. I've really fallen for Erin Elizabeth, so this will be fun. And then was the best thing ever. We are in a group together on Facebook where it's like a cruise, and it's just me and Lisa, and she's my cruise partner, and we really have a blast stitching together. So she found a pirate cruise, and our cruise ship name is Whipwrecked. And I had tears. And then my husband said, well, does it glow in the dark? Because it looks like it glows in the dark. And so I put it under my lamp, and it glows in the dark. She didn't even know that. So now we have matching little needle minders, and I just love it. And thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate it. I cannot wait. I use needle minders on my chart holder because I'm a paper pattern person, and I will use this every day and cherish it and think of our friendship and how lucky I am to have gotten to know you. So thank you very much. So I had to share that first because I can't believe she didn't spoil it in message because we literally talk every day. I wouldn't have been able to keep a secret. So you're better than me, Lisa. Okay, so get that out of the way. Let's see. First things first, let's go through the whips. I like to do my updates on Monday. I talk about what I've worked on since the last Monday. I did blogging for 1,000 years. And that's the way I did it. It was so much fun to be able to watch my progress. Some of those pieces you feel like I haven't made any progress. Then when you flip back through, you can really visually see, look, the project's changed. So when I started the Flosstube, I thought, might as well do it on Mondays. So let's go through my whips first. Okay, hang on. The change of season has my sinus going, so all the coughs. My first piece gets to live in this awesome bag that I got from AZ Family Zoo on Etsy. She raises money because they raise all kinds of animals that they've took in, and animals charity is a good thing for me. I love that, and it's got purple on the back, and they're very well made. So this one is where Ragnarok gets to live. Oh. That is my long dog sampler. It is the first one I've ever done. I am doing this one on 32 count vintage country mocha. And I keep forgetting to write down what thread I'm using. Here is where I was before. I am using DMC 3818. I let Jeremiah pick since it's his piece. And I'm doing this 1/1 full X. And I've heard people say you fall in love with long dog, and it is so soothing to work on, which is so neat. And on Monday, it was my busy day, so I only got 87 added. This is day 6, but I'm just, any stitch is one stitch closer. I just see. Yep, dog hair. And this is one that I definitely can't wait to get back to. And I know I say that about every one of my whips because why would I work on it if I don't love it? So that one Jeremiah says skull for because that's Viking chair, which is really cute. Now it's requested if he doesn't make a noise for some project. I told him he needs to come up with a noise for every project. He said that would get a little annoying. No. No. He said no. On Tuesday, I pulled out the one that Jeremiah spun on the whip wheel, and that's Beer Dragon. This is by Paine Free Crafts. This one's for my husband. I started this one November 5th of 2018. I went to a Pennsylvania retreat, and there was a vendor set up. And one of the ladies at my table went over and said, "Oh, Katie, did you see they have a dragon?" And it was the same artist, but it was tea. And I was like, I don't really like tea. And then I think they said there was a beer one too. And I said, oh, hang on a minute. So, of course, I had to get it. My husband loves trying different craft beers, and now so do we. So I'll blame him. It's for him. Here is where I was before. This one had to be put in timeout for a little bit. I don't know why it really slowed down. I was in a confetti heavy area. So I was really glad that Jeremiah spun it. It was a good excuse to bring it back out. I am using 32 count Lambswool. 1/1 full X is what I normally do for my full coverage pieces. And here it is now. On Tuesday, I added 276. And on Wednesday, I kept it out again, and I added 242. So that's a total of 518. This is day 124 now. And here's where I'm working. I finally got past that little wheat, but you can see the confetti. And so, but it was cute. This week, I was really excited to work on it, so I noticed it went faster. And I'm using this for the I Spy Challenge, which is in the Facebook group Stitching by the Shore. She gives us 10 prompts, and you pick a project that you think fits the prompt. And prompt number 2 starts with a B, and Beer Dragon works for that. And as you can see, I do the parking method, I do typewriter method, by page in a row of 10. And this is when I started in 2018. So yes, there's some lines that are starting to come out. And you can see by now in the new in the new years, I know what to do to make those lines not show up. But I definitely wasn't as good then. So, but I have 2 Heaven and Earth that have been finished and framed. And you don't see the lines when they're framed because of the stretching. So hopefully those won't show up. But it's definitely fun to see where I was and where I am now, because they really aren't there. I have learned how to do better. Okay, then Thursday, I keep losing my bag. If you've watched me before, it's chaos. I say that every week, and it's not gotten better, you guys. And now I have stuff everywhere. Trust me. Okay, on Thursday, I got out another fun bag. This is also on Etsy. It was Crab Shack Stitchery. I love their bags. I love all my fancy bags. Otherwise, I just use plastic, so I like to show these off. This one gets to have, I think there's 5 different Halloween patterns in here, so that's fun. Thursday, I got out Trick or Treat, which is by Luminous Fiber Arts. Here's what it's going to look like, except for totally not, because Jeremiah wanted me to change mine, which is, I'm glad he did. I'm doing this one on 32 count Pumpkin Murano. I hope I said that right. And he picked out Weeks Dye Works Envy. And I am doing this one 2/2. Here I was before. I had just started on the first one, and I am doing these individually. I envision like a block kind of finish, hopefully, or a pillow or something like that. I love making things and to set on a shelf. So I got the first one finished and got to start on the second one. And I ended up getting 336, and I just knocked it off. Okay. 336 on Thursday. And this is day 4 on this pattern. Now it's crooked. Okay. And I really love how this one turned out. It's so cute. And there's just the frame of the next one. And I think I said I'm doing this one 2/2. So, and I really love how it's looking. It's fun when I post it and someone goes, "Oh, I love the color choices." I said, my co-creator come up with that. I also call you my oh, what did I call you?
Co-creator.
No, it was content advisor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he gets all kinds of titles. Okay, I'm going to put that one away maybe. And that's the one that he spun on the Halloween wheel last week, which is so funny because he's picked the same one a few times, and I think there's 3 that haven't been picked. So we're hoping, guys, that he picks a new one, or I'm just going to have to start one. On Friday, I got back out the Extraordinary Bird SAL, which is the 2025 Lola Crow SAL. This was my first Lola Crow SAL, and I'm enjoying it a lot. It just seems to be going really slow, so I'm perpetually going to be working on this for the rest of my life. I was way behind. I love the ones that people are posting that are finished. I am using the suggested fabric, which was 36 count Sandbar by BeStitchMe, and I love working on it. Here is where I was before. I had just started feet 5, which is the tree in the center, as you can see. And there's 2 jumping birds in that section. Friday, I added 248, and it's day 27. And here it is. And I just absolutely love the colors that she has in her pieces. They're so beautiful. And there's a close-up. I got more of the tree done. There's a page break right here, so that's why there's an awkward stop. And I got one of the birds mostly stitched except for his belly and his outline. So, and there's another bird on this side and then some more of the tree on the other part of the page, on the next page. So that one will go away again. And I'm doing that one with the suggested threads that the DMC that she suggests, and I'm doing it 2/2. And me and Lisa are already talking about, we wonder what the next SAL is going to be. And the fear of missing out, we'll probably have to join, even though we'll still be working on this one. Okay. Let's see. Saturday was a day off. We had a busy shopping day, so I didn't get to do any stitching. And yesterday, I don't know, I wanted to stitch so bad. And we had some busy stuff in the morning, and then the afternoon, I don't know, I was just tired. But I did get a few stitches on Yggdrasil, which is by Paine Free Crafts. This is Jeremiah's favorite piece. And it gets to live in this really cute Irish bag that I found at my cross stitching store. It's got shamrocks on it and leprechauns on the inside. And I only added 40 stitches, which is just sad. So I won't even bother showing you before because it really doesn't look much different. I'm doing this one in 32 count Lambswool 1/1 full cross full X. And it's day 53. Like I said, I only added 40. But it did finish that little row that I'm working on, except for like 2 stitches. So that's cool. So next time, I'm more than likely get to start the next section. It's so slow because of the beautiful border. But I love working on it. So that's day 53 on that one. And that's using the suggested DMC. So that was my 5 whips. And the one has a pumpkin, so that was for hashtag Pumpkin Birthday SAL with Laura, Stitching by the Shore. I hope you had a wonderful birthday last Thursday. Thank you for letting us stitch with you. That was a lot of fun, and I love Halloween stitching and pumpkin stitching, so I will definitely join in as many years as I can. I will be right back. Okay, our shopping trip on Saturday. Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but I got a new lamp. My old lamp was a LED lamp, and we just got it, I think, at Lowe's or Menards, one of those home stores. And my husband said that you can't change the light bulb, but it should last me a long time. And we think it was either 7 or 10 years or somewhere in there. When I'd flip the switch to turn it on, it'd start blinking, and I thought, oh no. So we went to the store this time. It was Menards, and they had this one, and I really like it a lot. It's very nice. I like my lamp to be over my shoulder, and this one's really cool, except for you can't change the light bulb on it either. So I have another temporary lamp, but if it lasts 10 years, I'll take it. It was only, I think it was like $49.99. So that's not bad. The funny thing about this one is it's remote control, so which is just ridiculous. But the switch to turn it on is behind the chair. So I guess I'm glad there's a remote control. And it has 3 different kinds of light setting. You can do white and like a muted white and yellow. And you can dim it, and so there's a timer. It's ridiculous, but it's definitely bright enough to stitch. So I really like that. We started our Christmas shopping. We looked at the calendar. We're like, oh my gosh, we're busy. We have something that we're planning on doing between now and Christmas. So up in Fort Wayne, which is about an hour away, they do a Darlington Christmas market, and it's like all kinds of little, I don't know how to explain it. All kinds of stuff. You never know what they're going to have. They have like socks, and they have sock hats, and then they have toys, and then they have board games. And the board games are marked like $29.99, but there's a slash through it, and they're like $4.99 instead. And we've always got a really nice board game as a family to play, so that's really cool. So we always say we take Santa Claus with us so that he can hopefully buy some stuff for us for Christmas. So we had a really good time there. And but first things first, on the way into town, I was forced to stop at my stitching store. And I have haul. I needed some fabric for patterns that I'm planning on doing soon. So let me see if I can show you that without making a horrible mess. I got, where is it? See, I told you I was going to make a mess. There it is. I got the Christmas Quaker by Primrose Cottage, and I just had this idea where I'm like, I wonder if this will work. So I got a opalescent white fabric, so it's one of those that have the sparkle. And this is a 32 count opalescent, and I think it'll look really cool on that. And I get some red and green threads, but I'll have to show you in a minute. I'm going to kind of change up a little bit how it's done. I had this pattern, which is Happy Turkey by Imaginating. A friend gave me this kit. Chris, thank you very much. And the Ada is so scratchy and stiff that I wanted to get a different fabric for that. And so we picked out a vintage country mocha. And I love vintage country mocha. I will be right back. Okay, I paused it and to help Jeremiah with something, and then you sat there and go, am I talking too fast? So let's see if I can slow down. I am so excited about this stuff that it makes me talk fast. So I shared this awesome kit that I got from Chris. Thank you, Chris. And I picked out I wanted to change out the fabric, so I picked out a 32 count vintage country mocha. And I think the kit threads, which are just DMC, will really show up better on that and be more fun to work on. So that's always nice. Okay. Then I have plans for 2026 of doing 2 seasonal sets, which is pretty much normal for me because I love doing seasonal sets. A first one I got from another friend, and they are Seasons Blessings 1 and 2, and they are by Lila Studio, and they're just adorable birds, which is kind of funny. I was telling my husband these are a lot more prim than what I would normally like, but I love birds. So I'm really looking forward to doing these. And the suggested is a 40 count from Picture This Plus, but I wanted to look at the store and see what they had. And they had this beautiful 40 count that's just Newcastle raw. And I liked just the plain fabric because I did see that they use a beautiful specialty threads. So I wanted to let the threads shine more than the fabric. So I really think these will look good on this Newcastle raw. The one, let's see, Seasons Blessing 1 uses weak dyes, and I don't have those on hand. So luckily my store did. So I got all the beautiful, not these two. These two are for the trick or treat piece. Sorry. I got the beautiful Weeks Dye threads the Seasons Blessings calls for. Seasons Blessing 2 calls for Classic Colorworks, and they had all those too. And I just love them so much. They will be such a joy to work with. So I'm really looking forward to doing those. Let me put them out of the way. And then my other set, and I'm afraid I'm going to say these wrong probably every time. It's Seasonal Courier by Robin Pickens. And I have all 4. So summer and spring and autumn and winter. They're so beautiful. And they use just DMC. So I was looking and we picked out, it says to use, the model was stitched on Prim 25 count. But my husband really liked this dark cobblestone. And it's a 32 count. And I agreed with him definitely. I think that the white and all the beautiful colors will really pop. So I got those 4 pieces too. And like I said, I'll just use DMC. And that's all I got at the stitching store. The stitching store in Fort Wayne is called Stitch and Frame. I don't think they have a website or anything. There's a new owner. It's a great store. It's small, and it's nice to see what he's bringing in and his idea for the store. And it's so nice to have a place that I can buy the fabric. Here is a photo of how they do their fabric, and it's so nice to be able to walk in and just see it and see the different colors. And then if you want a piece that's not already in a Ziploc, you can ask for it. Like these was cut from different pieces. She thought she was sold out of the dark cobblestone, and she ended up finding some in the door, so that was really cool. So my husband fell in love with the dark cobblestone as soon as he seen it. So that was cute. So I was really glad to be able to help them, support a cross stitch store, and stop there on the way into town. That was a good excuse. And then we went to the Darlington, and then we found a different used video game store for Jeremiah to check out. And unfortunately, there was a Hobby Lobby in the same parking lot. So I stopped into Hobby Lobby because sorry for the crinkle. When you're close to Hobby Lobby, you have to get, if I can get it all, DMC. So I got all the DMC that was on my shopping list that I needed, and a few I needed. I needed some for the hedgehog that I'm going to start this coming weekend. And then I also got, and that was the other thing I was going to show you. When I was talking about the Christmas Quaker on the opalescent fabric, I got a DMC variegated green, and this one's 125, and 115, which is a red. And I'm gonna do the Quakers somehow. Like if you look at like this, I might do 2 of the ornaments in like the red and 1 in green. So I haven't decided yet, but I have this idea in my head. I want to see if it'll work. So we'll see. I'm really looking forward to doing that. Okay, so all that DMC, now I gotta organize it. And I couldn't organize it because I had to talk about it on here first. Okay, so that was what I got at the stitching store and Hobby Lobby. I'm trying to remember where else we got the lamp. We had a really busy day. We didn't get home until like 7 o'clock at night, but it was a great day. Okay, let me pause it and get my old finishes set up, and I will be right back. Okay, like I said, I love Halloween, and I have some old stitching that I have on display, and it's more shelf things, so it doesn't really work to have behind me, so I figured I would take some time to show those off if anybody's interested. Let's see. I have too many. I did these cute little Mill Hill boxes. There's 2 of them. I did them in 2009. This one is called Boo House, and I finished it in September. And this one is called Witchy Fun, and I did it in October. And the kit came with these adorable little paper mache boxes. So I just glued them to the lid, and I love how they set on a shelf together, and they're just so cute. I don't know if these are still available. I just have the information from when I did them, and they have the beads, just like a typical Mill Hill, and it's on the perforated paper, and I really enjoyed stitching them a lot. That was in 2009 that I did those 2. Let's see, trying to go in order, and I didn't write my list in order. In 2016, every month of the year, I did a Year of Whimsy, which was a Dimensions leaflet. And I did them on perforated paper so that I could display them. And this was the October one. And I just love that. It's so cute. And I changed these out monthly on our fridge here in the house. And I just absolutely love the October coon. And each month was a different animal and seasonal. And it was just so cute. And that leaflet was out of print when I did them. So I assume it's still out of print. I think it was Doreen Jones. pretty sure. I just have that it was Dimensions. So, but I really think the artist was Doreen Jones. Then in 2019, I did 3 different Mill Hill kits, and I wanted to display them together. So I glued them on a board that I painted orange and put some little trinkets that I found at Hobby Lobby. This one is a Ghost Mill Hill kit. It was from the 91 Autumn Harvest series. It took me 2 days to do. This one, let's see, on the left is Taboo Kitty. It was from the 2019 Autumn Harvest. It took me 2 days to do. And this one is Moonstruck Manor, and it was from the 2019 Autumn Harvest, and it took me 2 days too. So, and then I really love how this can lean on a shelf, and it was just a fun way to display 3 different ones. And I really love how it turned out. Okay. Then also in 2019, in the month of October, there was a challenge put on by embroidery.com where if you participated every day, you ended up getting like a needle minder. It was so much fun. And it was the Witchy Stitchy Challenge. I found a free Biscornu pattern that was on Lakeside Needlecraft, and I did look it up today, and I cannot find it anymore. So I don't know. I don't know if it's out of print or she doesn't have the freebies available anymore. I did this one on 14 count purple Ada with DMC 947, and I love the way it turned out. It took 13 days, and I think I did an hour a day for the challenge that year. And this is the top, and there is the bottom. And it just uses 2 little black buttons. And I really love Biscornus. They're just so cute. I don't like saying it because I'm sure I say it wrong. I love there's a bat and pumpkins. And they're just so cute. And I actually lean it up on my shelf like this to display. And I just really enjoyed doing that. And they really aren't as hard as you think they're going to be. I remember when I did my first one. And it's one of them things you need it in your hand to understand. And I read the instructions and I was like, okay, I think I can do this. And when you get to that first corner and it just makes that, I was like, this makes so much sense. It's just so different and how neat. And I really loved that a lot. Okay, 2 more. Let me see. In 2023, I did this one, which is Lunar Trick. And it took me 5 days. It is so cute. And in 2024, and I didn't have a note from when Lunar Trick was, so I don't remember. In 2024, I did Harvest Wagon, and that was from the 2019 series. And that one took me 2 days too. And it's just so adorable. I think I've said that about all of them, which kind of makes sense. That's why I display them, because I like them so much. And those are my old finishes. So I love them this time of year, and they're fun to look at. So anyway, now you know. Now you see what I did back in the day. And if you ever want to, on my description below, there is a link tree that can go to my blog. Across the top is the different years and what I finished. And I absolutely love that way of journaling. And it's so much fun. I enjoy going back through. But if you're ever interested in old stuff that I finished, you can go there and check it out. That is such a nice place to keep track of old finishes. Record keeping. Okay, so now we're ready for plans. Let's see, there's no real events this week, which is kind of nice, other than Halloween. I do need to pull out Peppermint Purple SAL and add weeks 43 and 44. I'm supposed to start the hedgehog. Let's see, it's a witchy. It was a Stitchy Friend by Primitive Hair hedgehog. I'm starting it with Robin, Bird's Eye Stitches, and Lisa's joining in too. Hopefully she can get her fabric in the mail in time. Hurry, mail, hurry. And I need Jeremiah because I'm going to do 2 more spins. So right now I'm having him spin from hang on. Choking attack. I'm having him spin from Halloween projects that I have on a whip, and I have okay. Now, do you think we should take off the ones you've already picked?
I don't know.
Let's take off the ones we already picked. So we've
okay.
already picked Trick or Treat, Enchanted Pumpkin, and Halloween Gnomes. Okay, so let's see. Actually, that one was worked on too. Let's see if you can pick one that I haven't worked on this month.
Okay.
Almost. There we go.
Where it went?
Ooh!
Ghosties
and Gourds.
Gourds. Huh.
That's a hands-on design that was gifted to me by Colleen. Thank you so much. And I really can't wait to start it.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have to see. I might accidentally start the other ones too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know how that is. Okay. I just need to write that down. See? I always forget.
Ghosties and
Gourds. Ghosties and Gourds. Okay. I forget, think I can remember, and it doesn't really matter because we watched this back anyway. And then this has all my whips on it.
Okay.
And some things I want to start, and yeah, it has all the things.
Yep, all the things.
Oh,
new start.
New start. Well, that's perfect. So I'll start one of my other.
Just said it had new starts on it.
Yeah, so I told you it had new start.
It does,
cool.
In fact,
all right.
New starts on it.
That's cool.
Awesome.
So evidently on Monday, I'm gonna have some new 2 new starts to talk about at least.
Awesome.
Cool.
Cool. Hi to the fans.
Hi, do you know who you are?
Yeah.
Did you have fun at the new game store?
Yes.
Yes. Did you take Santa Claus with you?
Yes.
That's good. And then we found we was walking around and he's like, "Do I have that game?" And so we found an inventory for his game shelf. So we've been trying to put them all in the inventory. As you're getting so many games, you don't know which ones you have.
Yeah.
So I'm glad hypothetically, you found some that maybe you might get for Christmas. Possibly. We'll see. Yeah. Did you have fun shopping?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yep.
We had just a good day.
It's always a blast.
You never know what you're going to find.
Yep.
Okay, and we got to eat at a restaurant we missed from up there.
Yes.
So it was pizza, and it was really good. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah. I think we covered it all.
Yep.
Hi to the fans.
You already said hi to the fans. Oh. Now I have to say bye to the fans.
Bye to the fans.
Bye to the fans. That's it? Okay. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Now I have to get this done, and I finally get to organize this stuff. I almost organized it, put it where it was supposed to go, and I thought, oh no, I have to show it on Monday. So now I can go organize it, and they are all screaming, "Stitch me." Everything is. And I don't know if maybe that's why I couldn't stitch yesterday, because the new stuff is yelling so hard. So we'll see when I get started this week. I can't. Well, definitely the hedgehog, and Jeremiah picked goose. Why do I call it ghosties? Ghosties and Gourds, and another new start, which will probably be a Halloween one. So we will see. Please love yourself. You deserve it. Find all the reasons you can to smile and laugh. This world's a crazy place. We have to do everything we can to make our corner a little brighter. And good luck stitching all the things. I will see you next Monday. Have a happy Halloween if you celebrate. If not, have a wonderful week and weekend coming up. Bye.